Hi Aquarius and cross watchers. I'm just going to start out with I am so deeply sorry this is taking so long to get to your and Aries, Taurus, and Gemini's readings. I feel so horrible. So the thing is, my camera battery is not charging, so I had to order a new one, and it won't be here for like another 5 or 7 days. So I felt really incapable of filming the rest of the videos, filming the rest of the July-August readings, and I felt so bad that it was taking so long, so I said, you know what, fuck it, I'll just do it on my phone. I know that the quality isn't as great, but it'll have to do for right now. Problem solving, make it better, do what you gotta do, work with what you got. So I decided that in honor of Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, I would do your readings first for the next cycle around for the August-September readings. I feel really terrible about this. I'm sorry it took so long. Not that anyone was sitting around waiting for it. I highly doubt it. But if you were, I'm sorry. But I'm getting to it now, and I'm just gonna try to do the rest of them on my phone. And I'll make do with what I got. And then I'll probably have all of the August and September readings done by August 15th. Ready to go, ready to upload. So, Aquarius. I felt like, I'm sorry that I skipped you. I went right to Pisces, but it was because I felt really tapped into the Pisces energy at the time. But lately now I've been feeling tapped into the Aquarius energy for some reason, which is strange because it's not a sign that I really can tap into easily. I feel like Aquarius, not that I don't vibe with y'all, I just don't have any Aquarius in my chart. And I have Gemini and Libra in my chart, so I get along with air signs, but Aquarius, I just feel is difficult to get along with for me, a Cancer, Capricorn, you know. But I admire Aquarius. I admire their uniqueness. I admire their passionate nature when it comes to the whole, the collective. I feel like Aquarius, they may struggle with personal connections, and that's something that I don't vibe with as so much water, earth. But they have such a passion for the greater good, and that's something I admire about them so much. They do care. They do care. They may come off cold and detached, but Aquarius do care about a lot of things. They care about social issues and the greater good. I love that about them. I love that about Aquarius. And Aquarius, you have a lot to care about right now. There's a lot going on in terms of that stuff. So I wonder how you guys have been feeling. I don't know why I can't shuffle today. I wonder how Aquarius has been feeling. Aquarius. I don't know. Let's get into it. See what comes up for y'all. Any messages for Aquarius for the months of July and August? Messages for the sign of Aquarius for July and August of 2020. Messages of love, truth, healing, light, guidance, strength, courage, forgiveness. Messages for Aquarius. I don't know, I just got told to pull all of them, so I think I will. I'm not gonna wait for any to fall out. Aquarius is deliberate like that. I'm just gonna pull. Oof. Wow. 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 Okay, Aquarius. All right. Well, your overall energy is the Two of Swords. So it could be that you need to make a decision. There's something that's plaguing your mind right now, and it's stressing you out because there's a decision that needs to be made. There's two paths that you have to decide which one to go down. There's something that's... I'm getting a whole message of someone coming in. Okay, I'll get into it. I'm getting ahead of myself. So first you have the Lovers, and right after you have the Devil reversed. Aquarius, I think that based on all the other cards, I think that you're coming into a connection with someone. I think that you're going to meet someone, and I think you're going to meet someone and it's going to make you finally realize that it's time to let go of past demons. You're going to finally be releasing, or you've done so much work to release the ego or some of your trauma. You've worked through some of your trauma and healed some of it. You have let go of some of your vices and addictions. You have done a lot of work to release the dark parts of yourself. Or this new connection that's coming in is going to force you to look at those parts of yourself, and it's going to make you have to release them. I think you're going to come into contact with someone, you're going to meet someone, and it's going to be a really beautiful connection, and you can feel it right away. It's going to be this magical electric connection between someone that you meet. It could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be spiritual. It's this beautiful connection, this beautiful flow, give and take between someone that you're going to meet. And it's going to make you realize that, wow, I have healed, or wow, I still have more healing to do. I still have more to release. I still have more to get through and let go of before I can pursue this. And I think that's what's stressing you out. I think you've met someone really incredible, and it's shining light on the fact that you still have healing to do, and it's putting you in a position of distress. It's a lot of fear, worry, anxiety. It's keeping you up at night. It's making you really sad. A lot of frustration, maybe some nightmares. Maybe you've met someone and now you're starting to have like bad dreams again, because it's like your subconscious is telling you, is bringing up a lot of negative emotions, a lot of negative things that are making you realize why you can't pursue this yet, or why you're not good enough for this person, or why you're not worthy of this connection. You are. Stop right there. Stop right there. You are. You are worthy of this love, this connection. You are worthy of connecting with someone in a beautiful way. But this connection is making you realize that you may still have some more work to do when it comes to releasing your troubles, releasing your trauma, releasing the dark parts of yourself, working on your ego, healing some of that stuff. I think you want this and you want to pursue it, but you don't know if you're ready. You don't know if it's time yet. You don't know if you have the capacity and the capability to be able to fully give yourself to this person and pursue this, because you're not healed. You're not there yet. You're still very much in a state of distress because there's still a lot that you're working through. The decision is whether or not to pursue this. Go forward with it. See where it goes. Or maybe you did meet someone, but it brought up all of the negative stuff and it ended the connection because you were so stressed and so much so working through all of this stuff that you had to cut this person off, or you couldn't pursue the connection, so you've already ceased speaking with them, or you already stopped connecting with them because you knew it wasn't going to work right off the bat. And that was the decision that you already made, or you're still in a state where you still have yet to make this decision about whether or not to pursue this. And then we have the Knight of Cups reversed and the Page of Cups reversed. I think this right here speaks of a lot of emotional immaturity, whether on your part or this person you're connecting with's part. Maybe they're are in a place of such emotional immaturity that they don't understand that this is what you're going through, and this is why you can't fully open up to them, why you can't fully pursue this new connection. They don't understand emotionally. They don't have the emotional maturity to understand why you've distanced yourself from them, or why you haven't fully opened up to them, why you haven't fully given yourself to them yet. Because you're going through a lot. There's a lot you're working through on a personal level, and they just don't understand that. They can't see that. They can't step outside of their own emotional self and see that. Maybe they're asking a lot of you. They're asking for emotional vulnerability from you, and you can't give that. You can't give that to them yet. I see maybe either you or this person, you want to move towards them and make an offer, but you think that, I think it's you, where you want to move towards this person and make an offer, but you think that you have nothing to offer. Or maybe this person is stuck in a place of head in the clouds, what could be. They're thinking only of the romantic parts, the dreamy parts, the good parts of it, and they're forgetting about the real life practical matters of starting a relationship. They're forgetting about the real life people parts of a relationship, where two people coming together isn't all butterflies and rainbows. Sometimes it's a lot of hard work. Sometimes it's a lot of working through past traumas, past baggage. This person maybe doesn't understand that starting a connection with someone, making a commitment to someone, getting into a relationship with someone is a lot of hard work, and it's not simple. And they're asking a lot from you, but you're not ready yet. You're not there yet. And it's revealing to you how emotionally immature they are, how one-sided they are, how head in the clouds they are, and how devoid they are of thinking about practical matters. Because Aquarius, I know that your approach to emotional things can be dry. You can come off as cold or detached. You can come off as unemotional. That's not true. You're not unemotional. You have the capacity and capability to be emotionally vulnerable with people. But I think that the approach that you often take is very practical and pragmatic, and how can we do this in the best way? How can we do this so that it works? How can we make this functional? Not just, oh my god, we're so in love, this is so great, good feelings all around. No, relationships aren't that. There's a lot of tough stuff that people have to work through, and you want to make sure that what you're getting into is really going to be worth it. You want to make sure that the person that you're getting involved with is going to be able to understand and handle the stuff that you're still working through. Because there's nothing wrong with being in a relationship and still having healing to do. We as people are always going to be healing. There's no such thing as an end game. This is it. I'm healed. I'm the person that I'm supposed to be. Life is a constant journey of self-healing and self-realization. We're never going to stop growing and changing. But so when you get into a relationship, there's a lot to think about. We're always going to be in a place of changing and growing and healing. So it's okay to enter a new connection with someone and make a commitment to someone, even though you know that you're still working through things. That's fine. As long as you know and the other person knows that you can both handle the things that you're both going through. As long as you know you can both support each other and understand each other. And I think you're realizing, it's coming to light, that this person might not be able to understand that or fully be able to handle that. I think they want the good times and the happy light stuff only. I don't think that they're fully opening their eyes to all of the practical parts of what it takes to be in a relationship, all of the tougher parts of being in a relationship. I think this might be the other person, Aquarius, and this is you. Or this is you and this is the other person. You are not sure that you have what it takes to offer to someone right now. You're not confident in what you have to offer to someone because you're still emotionally working through some stuff. And the other person is very much so like being emotionally immature, impractical, head in the clouds, romanticizing it to their detriment. It's okay to romanticize things, but when it gets in the way of seeing something for what it actually is, then it's harmful. I think you want to move forward with it, but you want to like move forward emotionally with this, you want to pursue it, but because it's reversed, you're hesitant about it. And I think this person has something to offer you, but it doesn't look right to you, because I think you're already seeing that they're not truly going to be understanding of and like supportive of what you're going through. And I think Aquarius with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, I think that you're hesitant to enter this too because you've spent so much time in the last months, year, where you've been very internalized. You've isolated yourself in a positive way where you've really been working on yourself. You've turned inward and you've been providing for yourself, building a good foundation for yourself, working hard to get what you need for yourself. You've been doing things for yourself. You've been nurturing yourself. You've been taking care of yourself. That's so great. That's so beautiful. That's so positive. But now that you've been working on the stuff that you've been going through, but now that this connection has come into play, you are wondering if you're truly ready to open up and start giving to others. If you're ready to spread your love and nurture others. Because you've been working so hard and so long on providing for yourself and nurturing yourself. And now you're not sure if you're ready to open up and give to others. You don't think that you're in a position to give. And that's okay. I think it's so healthy to be able to say, I want this connection and I see the value in it, but I don't think that I am in a place or a capacity to be able to give what this person is asking of me. And I think you also see that they're being selfish. They're asking for a lot and they want you to do certain things, but they're not seeing the reasons why you can't. I don't think they fully understand why you're not ready. And I think they might be one of those types of people who wants a lot from a connection, but it may be because they themselves have not been doing what you've been doing. I think they themselves may be in a place of, childlike immaturity about how they view relationships. Maybe they haven't done any self-healing at all. Maybe they haven't gone inward. They haven't been nurturing themselves. They're seeking outside connections to feel whole and secure. And they're coming to you saying, let's start this connection. Let's try this. But you're like, I'm going through a lot. I'm working through a lot. And I don't think a relationship is the best idea for me right now. I don't think that's something that I can give you emotionally or practically, because I'm still working on building up that stuff for myself so I can be the best version of myself before I enter into a relationship. If I'm going to enter into a relationship, I want to be the best version of myself for that person. And you recognize that you are not. I don't think that this person does. They don't recognize that you're not there, and they also don't recognize that they're not in the best place to enter into a relationship because they haven't looked at themselves and done any healing at all. Can I get a clarification for the Page of Cups? Is the Page of Cups this person that Aquarius is connecting with? That's too many, sorry. Is the Page of Cups the person Aquarius is connecting with? Are they being nearsighted, narrow-minded? Are they insecure? Have they done their healing? Page of Cups clarification, please, for Aquarius. I'll take that one. Yeah, I think because you see who this person really is, you see the flaws already, you see the emotional immaturity, you see that they're not being understanding, you can already see that it's not going to be successful. You can already see that it's not going to bring the kind of joy and celebration and fulfillment and accomplishment that you want out of a relationship. I think it could also be that because you're acting a certain way towards this person, trying to communicate that you're not ready and you're not in a place to be able to provide for them or enter a kind of connection or relationship of some sort, you are trying to communicate that and they're being immature about it, and they may be spreading some defamation about your name. They may be talking badly about you. They may be running their mouth. They may be talking shit. They may be like, oh, blah, 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 I tried to get with this person. I tried to offer them all that I had to offer, and they rejected me, and it's just because they're blah, 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 and they're shitty, and they're immature, when really, this person spreading the lies, talking shit about you, is the immature one. That's just one little message I got. I can't tell you if someone is actually talking shit about you, but it's possible. It's possible that they're so deep in their emotional narrow-mindedness about what they want and not even being considerate of what you want. They're so focused on, I want what I want and I want you to give me that. And when you don't, or you haven't decided yet because you're uncertain, they're going around talking shit. Like, why hasn't this person given me what I want? I tried with this person, but they didn't want me, and it feels like rejection. That's ego. That's ego right there. And when things feel like rejection, even though it has nothing to do with them, they can't see that you're working through something. Their ego has made them so narrow-minded that they can't step outside of themselves and try to understand where you're coming from and why you can't give them what they're asking for, why you can't accept their offer. And I think it's because you already know that it's not going to be successful, that it's not going to work out. It's not going to bring the kind of success of a relationship that you want and you seek. And that's okay. You'd much rather be patient. You'd much rather keep working on this. But it's put you in a place of, I need to decide and I'm not sure what to decide. But I think, Aquarius, you might already know. It's pretty clear that you're seeing the flaws in this already. I'm going to pull 3 cards of advice for Aquarius. 3 cards of advice for Aquarius regarding this situation. Yep. Well, 2 more cards of advice for Aquarius. Okay. Yeah. So we have the Knight of Swords reversed, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles reversed. Aquarius, I think you're like already seeing into the future of how this is going to go. You say to yourself, okay, if I move forward impulsively without thinking about this, it's just going to end in one of us feeling abandoned and left out. I think you're saying, if I move forward with this and without thinking about it, do it impulsively, just go for it and not think about the consequences, it's going to end in me feeling neglected because this person has already shown me that they don't care or can't understand or support what I'm going through and what I'm trying to work through. You're already seeing that it's going to leave you feeling alone. Maybe you're already seeing that this is a kind of relationship where you're going to feel alone even though you're in a relationship. You may feel that you can already see that this person is going to leave you in the cold, leave you feeling abandoned, leave you feeling unhelped or too much to help. And you can already see that this person is not going to be someone that you collaborate well with. It's not going to be someone that you can build something with. You guys don't work well together. I think you already are seeing that. You can already see that you're not on the same page. You don't work well together. You don't vibe well together. Your strengths don't match up. What you want doesn't match up. What you both want, what you're both trying to work towards and build is not the same thing. And you're realizing that you both have very different styles in relationships. You're very different people. I feel like Aquarius is a very eclectic and diverse sign where you can attract a lot of different types of people, which is really cool and really great, but at the same time it can be very detrimental because you often connect with people who really are not much like you at all and can be very different from you, which can lead to you being in close connections and relationships with people who just aren't like you and don't understand you, don't ultimately work well with you. And I think that you're seeing into the future and that's helping you make this decision about what to do. Now, we all have free will. I'm not telling you how the future's going to go. I think that you have very powerful foresight and you can see what might happen, but the decision is ultimately up to you. We all have free will. You can decide what you want to do moving forward. But I think you're already seeing that if you go forward with this connection, you're going to end up feeling alone, and you know that you and this person aren't going to work well together. I think you're seeing the detriment and the fall of it already. You're seeing how it's going to end and why. And who wants to be in a relationship but still feel lonely? I'd much rather be working through my shit, doing it alone, being strong, working through what I gotta get through, healing myself, putting energy into myself, than be in a connection with someone who doesn't really truly understand me or support me. And I think that's a powerful thing to do, Aquarius, because it can be so tempting and enticing and beautiful when this connection is offered up to you. Maybe you two did really connect at first. Maybe it was a really powerful connection. Maybe emotional, physical, spiritual, all three, a combination of some of those. But when you really think about it and you think about the practicality of it, it's just not going to work. It's not going to be what you want it to be. You two are not going to be on the same page. You're not going to be building and working towards the same thing. Maybe you want completely different things. Maybe you just don't work that well together. Maybe there was connection, but you aren't functional partners. It's not like a long-term thing. You don't have the same long-term vision. So you're going to step back and not impulsively go into this, because it's stressful. And you don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to jump into it just because an offer is presenting itself to you. You're realizing the parts of it that won't work, because you already see in this person the negative parts that you don't vibe with. You already see the ways that they're not the greatest for you, or they're just not emotionally mature. They're not being understanding. They're not being supportive of what you're going through. And they can want what they want all they want, but if you're not ready and you can't give that to them, then there's nothing they can do. They're gonna have to move on and find someone else who's gonna give them what they want. And you're gonna continue to keep working on yourself and doing what you need to do until you're healed and in a place where you're ready to really truly open up to someone. I think that was a part of it too. Like, you weren't really ready to open up to someone. You weren't really ready to move forward and offer something to them. You've been emotionally closed off because you're just not ready. You're still working on yourself. And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing to be and do. And I think being able to see the ways in which something will not work out and then make a decision so that you don't get yourself into a situation that's hard to get out of, I think that's great. But remember, you have free will and the decision is yours. Maybe you want to pursue the connection, see where it goes. Maybe you see the potential of this person to be able to help you open up. Maybe if you do work a little harder to communicate to them what you need, your needs and wants in a relationship, your boundaries that you need to be respected, if you communicate those, maybe they will come around and be understanding and respectful and help you. But the decision is yours. The decision is yours to make. And I believe in you, Aquarius. You're good decision makers. All right, Aquarius. That is all I have for you today. I hope that this resonated with you in some way. Hope that you got something out of this. And I hope that you make the decision that works best for you. I hope that you find what you're looking for and find the healing that you need. In the description box, there is a link to my July 2020 Spotify playlist. And pretty soon, probably for the next video, I will post the link to my August 2020 Spotify playlist. Have a wonderful last few days of your July, Aquarius. Have a wonderful August, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you for watching.